Ladies and gentlemen,
Señoras y señores,
my name is Derek Santiago.
my name is Beto Perez. Bienvenidos and welcome
to the Average People video show. What's up,
Let's
Beto?
go, man? Excited, bro. I've actually went back into the archives, and I seen that we got a couple of episodes now.
Bro, I don't even know what's happening.
And it was all just a dream.
It was just a dream.
I used to, yeah, man. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. Appreciate you. Shout out to Mateo, King Mateo, executive producer behind the. I was gonna say ones and twos. What am I thinking? It's not.
Is
radio.
he behind the ones and twos? Say something, man. Come on, man. Say
Mateo's
something, G.
why you gotta yell at him, dude?
What do you mean?
You know this young generation could be a little sensitive.
Hey,
bro.
dog, let's talk about that right now.
Let's
talk about that right now.
Let's not get into
that. Hey, because no, I think that it's fair to talk about because check this out. Like,
why are you yelling? Can you turn down the headphones a little bit? He's yelling at me right now, dude.
Dude, see, and that's another thing, man. Hey, everybody out there, man. This dude always tries to do the most, try to make it seem like I'm extra. I'm not.
You're yelling.
No, I might
Mateo,
be talking.
Is he yelling or not, Mateo?
Why are we bringing Mateo?
No,
into
he's not
this?
yelling. Okay, then it's just me.
Why
I got
we
sensitive
bringing
ears.
Mateo
I was
into
just
this,
checking, dude.
dude?
Just checking my levels, man.
All right,
dog.
So, hey,
bro,
take it with a grain of salt. Take it with a grain of salt.
Hold
That's
on.
all I'm saying.
Let's start it off first, though. It was just a dream. It was a conversation that we had. And,
what does that even mean, G?
It was a conversation that you and I had about 10 years ago of like, man, imagine. And at that time, there wasn't the equipment that exists today.
Dude.
So it was today in today's world, but not when we had this idea. It was like literally a camera was like $10,000, like, to get the equipment that we have today.
Yeah.
During that time when we first planted the seed, at least into the universe. Yeah. The equipment was not as compatible. I wish I should say compatible.
Accessible. Yeah. I think that so thinking about that. Now we have a studio in the sedan, right? We pop up, we pull up, we pop the trunk, we grab the cart, and we're like really good to go. The cart has been really helpful, my guy.
Yeah.
Like honestly, and of course, Mateo.
What am I? Why you got to bring Mateo into this, man?
Good job, Mateo. I'm talking to him nice, dude. Talk to me nice. Nah, hey, Mateo, I just want to say on camera, man, thank you for all your contribution. Your Average People beanie is kind of crooked right now, but it's all good, man.
Dog, how do you get an Average People beanie before any of us, dude? He's got to be. You got an Average People beanie?
Yeah, I have one.
Wow. Okay, I'm the last one. It's because I show up tardy all the time.
Always on tardy. But hey, man, thank you for pulling up. Thank you, Mateo.
Yeah.
Man, shout out to Two Streams. Always getting our back, man. The studio's always looking on point, man. But hey, Beto, man, what's the latest and greatest, my guy?
So a couple of days ago, I went to WrestleMania.
What?
Insane, bro. It was on my bucket list last year. Damn, do we get into the 40? Oh, man. I guess so.
We got to. We have to.
So I don't like to talk about weed openly, man, because it's a respect for mom. You know what I'm saying? I've been smoking weed since I was 12 years old for medicinal purposes, literally. If you know me, man, my brain's 1,000 miles an hour at all times. You know what I mean? Like, that's the only thing that helps me calibrate, my body and my brain.
Really?
If sometimes my body wants to go running or bike riding and my brain's like, nah, bro, I'm exhausted. I just want to chill. And there's sometimes, it's the opposite. My brain wants to go and, top of the hills, go swimming, scuba diving and, fly to Jamaica and come back. And my body's like, nah, bro, I'm exhausted.
Wait, did you just say Jamaica?
Yeah. So, that's in reality, bro, like just honesty, man, that's the one thing that calibrates my brain and my body and makes it function the way it is and keeps me, grounded, man.
I got you.
So, I've been smoking since I was 12. I'm about to be 40 sooner than later.
So you never not stopped smoking?
Not really, bro. And then recently, a couple of months back, I was on a bike ride sober. And I had to call mom and admit to this. Keep in mind, I never show up to family functions or mom's house blazed ever, bro.
Yeah.
Like ever. I just don't, out of respect. And plus, I get awkward. Conversations get awkward, and I just like, do they know I'm high? Do they know? Like, it just gets weird. Yeah. So I choose not to. Anyways, I had this moment where I had this weird voice come in my head, bro. What the hell? A voice in your head? I used to laugh at people that said that.
It happens.
What? That was like, and I was bike riding. I was like, and the voice was like, hey, man, if you stop smoking weed for the next 40 days, a lot of good things will come your way. And I was like, what the hell? This is weird. And then
40 days. And
then it got even more weird when I called mom, for one, to confess what was going on. For two, after mom was like, oh, mijo, it's a biblical thing. And I was like, oh, well, I've never read the Bible. I don't know anything about the Bible, right? So my mom was like, she's super religious. And mom was like, mijo, so are you going to do it? And I was like, sheesh, okay. Went back, had a conversation with myself again, which was awkward as hell.
Not really, but yes.
Bro, it's never happened to me. Like, I literally heard a voice that I've never heard in my head tell me this. It was the weirdest. It was like, hi, Beto. No, it didn't sound like that. No, it was a weird voice, bro.
Man, God loves you, bro.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that when I've had a conversation about you, and I don't mean to interrupt, but I had a conversation about you with the brother. What's up, Memo? Hey, and
Memo.
we were talking about, man, blessed SD. And look at he just happened to be representing.
Oh,
but
yeah.
but like we were talking about how wholesome and heartful and like heartfelt the actions that you do for the community.
Yeah.
And like how you have made such an impact and how you're doing God's work, dog, and you don't even recognize. But let me tell you, there is biblical references. 40 days, we're about to hit.
What does 40 days mean for those that, like us, like myself, that don't know what that means?
Jesus went to the wilderness 40 days to prayer and fast before he decided to take the next step and not lean on his own understanding, but give it up to God so that way he could die for our sins, bro. Like, and long story short, like, and I don't want to be like, you know, I don't want to misquote the Bible, but what I can tell you is that when he went into the wilderness for 40 days and 40 nights to prayer and fast, that's when he got tempted by the adversary for three times. Like,
what's the adversary?
Satan, the enemy.
Okay.
Evil.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because he operates here in the world. You know what I mean? And so I think that it just has a biblical reference. I'm going to have to co-sign with your mom.
Okay.
And I honestly believe that, like, it was the Spirit talking to you.
So, dog, let me tell you this.
Let's go.
Okay, 40 days, mom called, boom. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, damn, this is for real, huh? Like, all right. So I went back and I was like, okay, voice. So can I get home and at least smoke a joint? And the voice said yes. Okay, cool. As long as it's the end of today. Boom. Get to my house, sit down. Or I sat down and I fell asleep, dog. And really? I woke up and I was like, damn, my last freaking joint I can't do. All right. So I was like, all right, I'm keeping my word, bro. I ended up going into 7 months without smoking.
It was a while.
Without smoking, 7 months. Up until recently, I went to a reggae show and they were like, bro, light one up.
It wasn't recently. It was last year.
It was last year?
It was last year. It was Revolution?
Yeah.
It was Revolution.
That was last year?
Yeah.
Sheesh. Okay. It happened.
It was a dope show too, by the way.
Yeah. So it was weird, bro. But so going back to WrestleMania and going back to the 40 days. So I've been applying for WrestleMania to attend the WrestleMania with media passes because obviously I do radio, right? And do a bunch of other stuff. So they reached out. Going into my agreements, like 2 days later, I get a call from WWE like, hey, man, are you still interested in going into, WrestleMania? And I was like, what? And they were like, yeah, all taken care of. You just got to buy your flight and hotel.
Dang, dog.
And it happened. And that was my bucket list, bro. Like,
how much are those seats, honestly?
They range anywhere from floor seats could start about $2,000, and depending on how close you are to the ring, about $12,000 a piece.
So here we go.
And if you
how
get a
close
suite,
were you are to the ring?
Last year or this year? Last year I did the media, so I was in a like a suite up on top. And then this year I was about, I would say it said 10th row, but it was not 10th row. It was like 4th row.
What?
And in front, like 2 rows in front of me, who was sitting in the front, was Bad Bunny. Like 2 seats over to my left was like Wale. Literally right in front of me was King Ryan Garcia. And there was just a bunch of like, I was just in that section, bro. And it was just a trip. But aside from all that, man, just the experience and being on my bucket list. I've been wanting to go to WrestleMania since I was 5 years old. So it was like 35 years in the making, just about, dude. And I went, and it was all. It came back to the voice, and back to the voice. A lot of stuff happened, bro. Like a lot of good stuff happened for me.
I'm not
gonna get into all that.
Man, you're so secretive, dog.
Yeah, for sure. I am top secret. I am top secret.
Why do you think that is? Do you think that it's like
why
you gotta protect
secret?
Your blessings?
I am very protective of my brand. I'm very protective of around what's around me, and I'm very protective of those that I love and the things that I love. You know? And it's not has nothing to do with sharing because I always share the love. It's just I want to make sure that that's all protected and nothing ever happens to things and people that I love.
Do you think that people try to block your blessings when you like share ideas or things that are happening for you that they give you like you know what I'm saying?
It's possible.
I'm
not a huge believer
is that the
into
reason?
That
is that the reason why you don't share stuff or?
Wait. No, I share knowledge and
I'm talking about like things that are personal, like some of the things that you're going through right now.
Like for example, family members not knowing where I live. Stuff like that. There's my mom, keeping it real. My mom, doesn't know where I live. A lot of people don't know where I live.
Really?
A lot of people. A lot. And it's not personal, and they all know this. It's not personal. Number one, keep it real. I don't want to invite my mom to my place until, for one, I have my own place, and I'm like, dude, this is your home.
Okay,
you know what I mean?
Got you.
I live a bachelor life. You know what I mean? My mom's very critique. Is that the word?
You live a bachelor life?
Bro, you come to my house, you're gonna see things that
you're
my mom
keeping
would
it real
not,
right now, dog.
No, I'm always. Hey, this is part of the reason. This is also kind of like therapy, right? Like doing the show was part of something that we agreed that was also very therapeutical for you and I, and we want people to learn and grow from this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
back to saying you never brought your mom home to your crib because you want to be like, hey, here's the keys, like you have access to this.
That's it. And number two, and it doesn't make sense. This is not for it to make sense to anybody. And this is not an excuse. I don't care if my family watches this and they think what they think. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? This is my way of doing it. And if those that are close to me 100% understand where I'm coming from, you know? And another thing too, I just don't like people popping up on my house. And that's and mom would be somebody that would pop up to my house and be like, Mijo, you got a bong, and then just criticize on why I have a bong or whatever. You know what I mean? So
privacy,
and you know, mom would just want to come over whenever she felt like it. And what if I'm like doing the hanky panky? You know what I'm saying? Or what if I'm smoking a bong low? Like I just don't like being blazed around mom. So
I think that like
it's a respect at the end of the day.
In a separate instance and circumstance. I mean, obviously I have a family, but I feel the same way. Like my family knows where I live. You know what I'm saying? But I keep my home protected, and I think that it's important for you to keep your home protected, especially from strangers. It's based on my wife and my children.
But dude, my neighbors don't even know what I do for a living, bro. My neighbors know me by my first name. My neighbors think that I'm unemployed. So it's not like just family, dog.
How many names do you go by, dog?
Well, my first name, and then my middle name is Alberto, that's where Beto comes from. You know?
Oh, what?
Yeah, and Perez is my last name. That's so. You know,
you're an Alberto?
Albertitos? Alberto.
Albertacos?
I don't know. So yeah, dog. So my neighbors, and then the other day, one of my neighbors found out what I did, and I was like, oh man, I gotta move now.
Really?
Yeah, my neighbor. Hey, shout out to the neighbor Tony, man. He's good people, bro. He's solid people, and he was like, hey man, he showed me a picture of his daughter, and I was like, oh, that's cool. He's like, you know her? I was like, nah, bro. And then he flipped to the next picture. He's like, oh, well, she says she knows you, and it was a picture of her and I that she met me at an event, and she was like, bro, why didn't you tell me that's who you are and that you work in radio? And I was like, honestly, bro, like nobody cares, and this is like this is my safe space here, like, you know. And then he was just like, oh, well, you could have told me, bro. He's like, right away, can you hook it up with some tickets? I'm like,
humble hustle,
you know. So that's so it's not just family, bro. It's all my surroundings. I keep it low key, bro. If you don't know what I do, who I am, like same even like a lot of folks, you know, I love to bike ride, right?
Dude, I was just thinking this right now.
A lot of folks in the biking community don't know what I do. Like they have no idea. And when I go biking, bro, I dress low key. I don't even drive the car that I drive every day. Like completely separate. It's almost like wearing like what I do for a living, bro. It's almost like wearing a cape. Like
that's also like part of your therapy too, right? So you were like, yo, I'm gonna embed myself in the culture. I know how to lay low. I know how to keep it real. I know how to stay out of the way. And it served you for a long time. And it's really dope what you're doing now. How you're highlighting how long you've been part of that community and the people that are really active out there and passing the torch to the next generation in that space, right?
Yeah. It's a trip to think about it. I've never talked about any of this stuff openly because you know me, man, I'm top secret, bro.
Yeah.
I keep everything to myself.
I feel you. Well, this is a safe space, man, and people get the opportunity to really get to know who you are. I mean, dude, you're always showing love, dude. Every single time we go. You gotta
show love,
and it's like, apart from that, though, dude, like, I don't think people really understand the spirit of influence and the type of things that you do outside of the city, dog, because they've never seen you outside the city.
Never seen me. It's a trip. Yesterday I had one of my coworkers, and he was like, hey, man, next time, because recently you actually gave me a video that pretty much went viral, right? And, and no one ever sees like what I do. Like everybody just really people don't know what I do, bro. Because I don't post a lot of the stuff that I'm actually really doing because it's not for people to see.
You're living in the moment.
I'm living in the moment, and it's not for me to brag about it. And I feel like a lot of the things that people do is because they want to flex. And I always say like, hey, I don't want to flex on people unless I'm going to invite you. You know what I'm saying? Like even on the radio, it's like, hey, I'm not going to talk to you about my concert experience. I'm not going to tell you, you know, what's going on if I can't invite you. Like that's whack. Like I don't want to hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. And another thing that we were talking about, because I want to talk to you about that video, but you were talking about how you were at a concert recently. Who was it? SZA or?
Yeah, SZA. Yeah.
And we were talking about how all the new generation, a lot of diehard fans, But what were they doing?
So I had the opportunity of a lifetime to go check out SZA, and
she's dope, man.
Super dope, man. I am a big fan of SZA's music after seeing her live. After I seen her live, I understood, what she was all about. So anyways, I get a call and they're like, "Hey man, you want some seats to go see SZA?" And I was like, "Yeah, for sure." So I reached out to my best friend. Keep in mind, it's a completely sold out show. Tickets are going for crazy money.
Dude, and people were hitting you crazy for tickets on the side too.
People were hitting me up for tickets, and I was like, dude, I want to give somebody the opportunity to join me that maybe not will ever have this opportunity, and I want them to be a diehard fan. So I reached out to my best friend, and I was like, she's got two girls, and she was like, her daughter was like, dude, I want to go to SZA. I remember that she was like, I want to go see SZA. So when I got those tickets, she was the first person. I take her to the concert. How old is Giselle's? Got to be like 13, 12,
man,
13.
First of all, super dope, man. Super dope that that's the type of vibe that you are. So she's 13.
So I took her with me. We're like literally in fourth row, third row. We're enjoying the concert, and then as soon as SZA comes on, she's FaceTiming all her friends. She's got like a whole group chat, which I might be a new thing that I don't know nothing about because I really dislike being on my phone. But she was on her FaceTime the whole time, bro. And so she wasn't watching the concert. She was watching the concert through her cell phone, which drove me crazy. And I went back and I was like, Carla, what's my number one rule? And then she said something else. I was like, nah. I was like, my number one rule is like when we hanging out, man, you're not on your phone. You know what I'm saying? And then I was like, let your daughter know that she might not ever come to a concert with me again. I was kind of harsh on it, but bro, like you don't get those opportunities, And we could have chosen so many other people that probably would have been in the moment, but it's okay. Like I
have to say I have a 15-year-old at the crib, and that's their vibe. They want to share their experience, and the only way that they can. I don't want to say the only way.
You gotta live it.
I don't want to say the only way, but a big way that they connect is through digital and Threads and Snapchat and Instagram and TikTok.
From our era, what would be compared to that? What would be like? What would be, I guess, like the equivalence of that from our era?
Can you come? Can you go? You know what I'm saying? Because we couldn't share that experience.
But what? Can you come? Can you go? But once you're there, like what? Like we come from a different cloth.
All right? I'll tell you what it'd be. Yeah. Disposable camera. The disposable Kodak camera that you'd get from like Longs or Rite Aid or CVS.
Hey, those are so expensive now too. They're like $12, $13.
Yeah. And you didn't know what they looked like until you developed them. You know what I'm saying? Yep. But like that was
and you had that one picture, and it was like you may have taken a picture with Elvis Presley, bro, and it had your homegirl's fingerprint or whoever was taking the picture's fingerprint on it. The picture totally ruined,
bro. All right, so here we go.
We wouldn't even do selfies. Like there was no. I never did a selfie like that. Did you ever do a selfie?
Never.
No,
never. Because they wouldn't come out good.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And we were taking the picture. Yep. We were capturing the moment. We weren't trying to be a part of the moment. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, hey, so I want to talk to you about pictures. So recently, doing the highlight of clearing out the garage because we're making the garage a separate space to have its own operation in our home. And as we were going through, some of mom's got some of her stuff in there.
Yeah.
And wifey was like, yo, open this box, whatever. And I open it up and there's photo albums in there.
Did you know that was in there?
I did not. I knew that there was some of my mom's.
Did wifey know?
No, she did not. But she knew that my mom's stuff was in there, and my mom had photo albums like of my brother. Yeah, because that was the thing. Like growing up, when we were growing up, every kid had their own photo album, right? Did you have your own photo album?
No.
All right.
Well, my mom literally, bro. Two things about my mom. She never threw me a birthday party ever.
Dang.
Ever. I never had birthday parties, bro. Ever. Dang. And number two, there's probably like 10 pictures that exist of me from when I was a kid. Really? Till there's not many kid pictures of me. Not much. Well, maybe like 10.
Well, maybe it's just a Puerto Rican thing. I don't know. But because all of my family has it, right?
Yeah.
So every single sibling in the home has their own photo album. Yeah. So I knew that my photo album was in there. And it's kind of cool because I got baby pictures in there. I got the only picture of my dad that I know.
Yeah.
Right? And then, but there was these other small ones. And I opened it up, and it was me from decades ago. Like young.
How is it going back and seeing you decades ago? And what would you tell that kid decades ago?
Dude, that's crazy because that's kind of the reason why I brought it up.
Okay.
Like, I would have a heart-to-heart with that kid. You know what I'm saying? Because I looked through those pictures and I saw a lot of the stuff that I was doing.
Yeah.
And it's some of the stuff that like I did not recognize what was happening at the moment.
Yeah.
But how it impacted my life as I grew. You know what I mean? But I was a youngster, dude. I was like 17, 18. And dude, I got pictures of me with Piso with Coronas.
Yeah.
I got a picture with a bomb.
Damn, it just got super deep, dog.
Bro,
like, it just made me think about a whole lot of shit. I'm not an emotional person, but I think I got pretty teary-eyed, dog. It gets pretty deep.
Yeah, no, it's really deep. And then I started thinking, like, because dog, like recently I've been straight edge.
Yeah.
I've been straight edge.
Yeah.
Not only because
how long have you been straight edge?
It's been 144 days today.
Damn.
144 days, G. You know what I'm
how
saying?
many months is that?
Like a little over 4, close to 5. It was from your birthday. That was the last day I drank. On your birthday party. Yeah. Yeah, and it was a good time at your birthday party too, by the way.
Damn.
But one of the things that I was saying was that the Spirit spoke to me, like how the Spirit spoke to you that day when you said, hey, 40 days. But he was like, look how long you've been doing these things. Yeah. Look how long it's been normal for you.
And this is when you were looking at the pictures.
This was when I was looking at the pictures. And then I started seeing like pictures of old girlfriends. And I started seeing pictures of like, and I'm right next to my wife, right? And my wife's laughing. She's like, oh, that's cute. Like whatever, blah, blah, blah.
That's cute.
And I'm like, yeah, I know. My wife is so
cute. You had Starshot
man.
Pictures or what?
Bro, no. They were really dope pictures actually.
Yeah.
And I got so much love for my wife, man. My wife is awesome, man. I was blessed when she came into my life. She's such a G.
Yeah,
she always has my
dope.
back.
Comadre is the best.
Yeah, she always has my back. But she was like, I was like, man, I feel awkward that I have these pictures in here. She's like, why? She's like,
it's part of you.
Yeah, it's part of you. It's part of who you were. But it was a really like a spiritual moment for me because I got kids that are getting close to that age that I was in that picture. And I used to think about my life in the future and I'd be like, oh, I'll get there when I get there.
I used to be like, I can't wait till I'm 21.
Right?
And I don't even drink. That's the funny part.
I think that it's more of like a kind of an independent thing. You know what I mean? Back then.
Yeah.
But like seeing those pictures and not even recognizing that I still had them in my home, like blew me away. I saw like people that are not here anymore. I saw people in those pictures that even the Derek that I was in those pictures is not here anymore. You know what I mean? And it's like, it reinforces the situations and the things that I'm dealing with right now.
Yeah.
And I just thank God for his grace and mercies, man, because I have been through so much since that person in that picture.
Yeah.
Like I shouldn't be here. Like honestly,
You
like
and
it's
I.
it's straight up blessings, dog. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
like, not to get too deep, but that it was crazy, dude. It was crazy.
It's a trip, dog, to see that. We evolved from WrestleMania all the way to this.
It sounds like a normal conversation, but it's average. It's average people. You know what I mean?
And can we remind people again why we call this show the Average People Video Show?
Yeah, I think that like so. A lot of people maybe might be on the outside of our influence or might not necessarily know us, but everybody, not only us, but people that we affiliate ourselves with are just regular people. Everybody puts their pants on the same way. Everybody takes a shower, hopefully, every day. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we've literally went through some situations and scenarios where we thought we were right here. And in an instant, it made us recognize, like, we are nobody. And so it's cool to give an average perspective from all of our situations because regardless whether you believe it or not, there are people out there just like you that are going through the same situations. You know what I'm saying?
I'm looking through my phone because a couple of days ago, I actually just found the couple of pictures that I do have of me when I was a kid. If I could even find them.
That funny one where you're making that funny face, like you're like, eh.
Nah, bro. I was actually in Guadalajara. I wish I could find it. Let me see.
Dog.
Oh, here it is. Can we put it on the camera?
Yeah, you got to put here. Let me see it.
Okay, so hold up.
Yeah, let me see it.
This is it.
Oh, you want to put it right there?
So yeah, you can see it. Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah, you
so,
can see
dude,
it.
this is me and Dad, bro. This is one of the only pictures that exist of me and Dad.
Dang.
Yeah.
We're all looking at it on the screen.
Okay. And then let me see. And then this is me in Mexico. When I was a kid, bro, people don't know that I used to travel everywhere. I never stayed in one place more than, I don't know, a couple of months. And this is me. And that was it. That was in Guadalajara. This is in Mexico right here, dude. And that's me and my nephew. We used to be troublemakers, dog. We used to do so much. Bro, you could just see
said
it in
used
their
to.
face.
That's hilarious.
Look
you
at
used to be?
And this right here, we had just gotten the same haircut.
Dang.
And that's pretty, honestly, bro, there's only maybe like 4 or 5 other pictures that exist of me. And right here, look at, we're throwing on West Coast. Look at that.
West Side
Yeah,
Riders.
and that's because we were heavily influenced by like the Dre's and the Snoops and the West Coast at that time.
Yeah.
And we were into so much trouble, bro. Me and him, we burned Christmas trees down. The other day I was having a conversation with somebody and I was like, man, I was that kid that whenever we got invited to like to stay the night over, my ass never stayed. I never actually one time I completed a full night, and that's because my mom was like, Mijo, I'm already gone. Like I can't go pick you up. I'm in Mexicali. And I was like, damn. And the parents, bro, would call. I would be that kid. I was a silver-toothed kid without the silver tooth. Were you a trouble? How was it growing up? Were you a troublemaker?
As I got into my teenage years, You know what I mean? Like when I got into a teenager, when I became in a middle school, dog, that's when I really got corrupted.
I didn't really have teenage years, dude. My teenage years was chasing being in radio. That was like, dude, that was it. I didn't have like, but my childhood, this is madroso, bro. But my teenage years didn't really exist because I was out chasing my dream. You know, I from the age of 17, bro, up until 29 or so, I didn't have no vacations. I didn't have no time off. My grandmother died. I couldn't go because at that time, the boss that was there, shout out to the weenie. Dog, my grandmother died, bro. And he's like, sorry, man, you can't go to the funeral because I can't find anybody to cover you. Bro, I gave him like a 4-day of like notice. You know what I mean? Like my grandmother died. I was like, I got to go to beer. He's like, sorry, man. I don't know. Sorry.
And you know what's whack is that like, we didn't know better back then. Like,
we didn't know better.
We should have held it down.
We should have, bro.
We should have held it down.
And people don't understand that. Like people always be like, oh, like, you know, blah, blah, blah. But people don't see the struggles, the sacrifices, bro. I sacrificed from the age of 17 to 29. I maybe had one Thanksgiving with the family. I may have maybe one Christmas with the family if I did, and definitely no New Year's. You know what I mean? So every holiday I had to work. Yeah, every holiday I had to work, and I was working from I would go in at 2:00 all the way to midnight, nonstop for quite some time.
Dude, I remember too, like you sleeping on the studio too. People don't know about that.
People don't know about me getting shot up at the studios in National City during Halloween. There's a lot of stuff,
dude,
that people don't know.
So much stuff.
Yeah,
much average
stuff. I
I
protect it all, and I don't talk about this stuff. You know what I mean? I really don't talk about, like, bro, I've passed up on so many endorsements with weed. I just don't like to disrespect mom. Like, you know, I'm talking about it here because chances of mom watching this. I don't know. I'm kind of upset, bro.
What?
And I'm surprised I didn't call you.
Here we go.
Ready for the rant? You ready for the rant? Somebody taught my mom how to do Instagram. So now my mom watches all my Instagram videos, and I haven't found who mom is yet. I never looked to see who watches my stuff, but recently I have because I'm trying to track down that fake account or who mom is on that account so I can block her because mom worries a lot, and a lot of the stuff that I do, like, I don't want her to, like, be worried. Like, she's like, Mijo, you were in LA today. Mijo, you're in Arizona today. Like, what about the travel? What about the, like, you know, like, mom, the airplane's not gonna fall. Like, we're okay. You know, mom worries about everything.
She loves
I love her too, but like, bro, stop worrying about all that stuff.
No,
you know,
I feel you.
I'm not a parent, so I don't understand.
Yeah,
but it's just like, I don't, like, you know, sometimes I have to, like, not tell mom exactly what I'm doing because she's going to freak out. And then she stresses me out by blowing me up every 5 minutes. Are you okay? Are you there? Are you, like, mom, chill. You know what I mean? Like, that's probably why I don't have
we stopped you. We cut you off, all that stuff. Hey, but like, going back to the weenie. The
weenie, dude.
Hey, if you're out there and you got
power.
Yeah, you got power.
In that building.
And you know, servant leadership. Like, never ask someone to do something that you wouldn't do yourself. And also take the opportunity to do it for them. And I guarantee you, it will pay itself back tenfold,
and
right?
At the end of the day, if it's not your company, bro, you're just like me. You're just a number.
You're just a number.
And that person that did that, he's been a number for a long time. He's not even in radio no more.
Imagine.
Weenie.
Weenie. And who's in radio still? Somebody
by hard work. You know what I mean? Nothing's been handed over, dude. Nothing's been handed over, man. It's a trip,
man. You know what, dude?
This is the most probably the most vulnerable interview possible. I didn't say it's an interview. It's not an interview. Conversation I've had openly with anybody.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, I think that it's needed. It's necessary, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we're gonna continue to have these types of combos.
Yeah,
dude. We're gonna have to, man, because we're gonna show you guys, man. It's average people out here.
Yeah,
and we're gonna keep on going. We ain't stopping.
Yeah,
we're gonna keep it rolling, and we're gonna keep it pushing. And yeah, man, we're here for it all, man. And thank y'all guys for pulling up.
Yeah, man. Is that how we wrapping it up?
I mean,
today?
we're at a nice little 25. I mean, we got things to do. We got people to see. We got people to love on, but don't
forget to spread the love, man. It is important to spread the love, and if you are in a position to spread the love, please do that, man. Don't be a gatekeeper. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We already have lots of that, and just spread the love, man. There's nothing wrong with that, and it's always gonna come back. You know what I mean? And don't do something for the gram. Don't do it for the flex. Do it because you genuinely want to do it. You know what I mean? And if you genuinely don't want to do it, don't do it. You know what I mean? Because somebody will more than happy to come and do that for you.
Yeah, it might not be 5 minutes. It might not be 5 weeks. It might not be 5 months. But if you do it from the right heart posture space, everything will work out in the end, man. Because we all serving for the right reasons, man. Hey, but Beto, what's up, man?
Before we wrap it up, favorite wrestler of all time.
Favorite wrestler for me?
Yeah,
for me.
Yeah,
dude. So there's a few of them. But the one that pops up to my head the most is Jimmy Superfly Snuka.
Okay. Yep. Straight up. Do you think he murdered that lady?
I didn't even know about that till you told me this.
Yeah.
He was
already going to court. He was going to court already. He was about to get indicted, and then he passed away. They said, "Oh, we're gonna have to prolong this court. We can't finish the hearing. He's getting sick," and then he passed. Dog.
I don't know the story, so I don't know what's going on. But I remember being a kid and loving to watch Superfly Snuka jump off the top ropes. Even that time when he jumped off Andre the Giant, because they were a dope tag team, him and Andre the Giant.
You know that Mean Mascaras was the first dude that body slammed Andre the Giant before Hogan, but obviously, you know, it was a different era, and Mean Mascaras, you know, like he just wasn't. He wasn't televised like Hogan was.
Yeah, it's weird because Lucha had such an influence back then, but it wasn't necessarily shown at the forefront of WWF. It wasn't. But when he came on, like, it was all about, oh, that dude's got the mask. Everybody's gonna try to take off a mask, and then like he had another mask off of it. You know what I'm saying? It was like really dope.
Yeah. And going back to wrestling, just to wrap it up, WrestleMania, I got the opportunity to watch the Hall of Fame of Rey Mysterio being inducted.
Say that, dog. We can't skip over that if you talk about WrestleMania.
Yeah. So last year, my first WrestleMania, I watched The Undertaker get inducted into the Hall of Fame, which Undertaker is top 3 for me, like all day. And Rey Mysterio is top 3 for me all day. And
who's number one?
I can't put them in specific order.
Well, no, number one.
We talking about WrestleMania? We talking about WWE or Lucha Libre?
No, your number one wrestler, your favorite wrestler.
But Lucha Libre or wrestling?
Your favorite wrestler.
Two different ones.
No.
Not Lucha, but wrestling.
Just wrestling all in general. Lucha and WWE mixed together.
You can't. That's two different things.
You got to.
That's like me asking. That's like me saying favorite techno artist and favorite hip hop artist. Two different people.
But you still have your most favorite artist, G. You can't look at he's fighting. He's trying to avoid the convo.
Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Andre
Mysterio.
Damn, I can't pinpoint the number one, but I could give you my top.
Okay, number one in lucha and number one in regular wrestling. You can't have 6. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have one.
Nah, bro, I can't do it. I can't.
Dude, all right, top 3 then. All right,
top three. Wrestling for sure. Rey Mysterio, Undertaker, and
Hollywood Hogan.
Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Jake the Snake. Oh, damn, dog.
None of the new ones. None of the new ones.
Not really. If I had to go with a newer one, I'm gonna keep it with just who I like.
Okay.
And
Lucha.
Rey Mysterio, Undertaker. That's a tough one. All right, man. Hey, thank you for joining us. I'll go with Ultimate Warrior.
Dude, the Ultimate Warrior, dog.
But Macho Man's up there, but so is Jake the Snake, so is Brutus, bro.
Brutus the Barber Beefcake?
Yeah, dog.
Really?
So is
Honky Tonk Man, Tito Santana?
Bro, you got so many. Lex Luger later on. You got all the Brett Favre.
Ric Flair?
Nah, Ric Flair is one of my.
Oh, Bret Hart.
Ric Flair is not really even on my top 10. People love.
What about WCW and WWF? Is it separate?
I gotta go with Parca.
La Parca?
No, Psicosis. He changed the world. I would Razor Ramon too. You know, Scott Hall.
Scott Hall, because he switched his name and just got gangster, huh?
Yeah, Eddie Guerrero's up there too. You know.
Yeah.
There's a lot, bro. But in wrestling,
that's dope.
Circle back around WrestleMania, for last year was Undertaker, which is, bro, I wanted to experience that. This year was Rey Mysterio, and to watch, just go check out the YouTube on that, man. Go check the link. It's Conan inducting Rey Mysterio into the Hall of Fame, and just the stories, and to see, somebody his size make it as far as he did, bro. It's insane.
Yeah.
But Rey Mysterio, bro, not only does he represent 619, but he revolutionized wrestling, and he opened the doors for a lot of Latinos, bro. Wrestling would not be what it is today, and a lot of wrestlers talk about how racist, that whole company has been through his decades, and Ray changed that, so that's dope. Booyaka, 619.
Yeah, dude.
I want to know where Booyaka came from.
We gotta ask. We gotta find out. I think
we've had Mad One in a previous Average People episode. Yeah. Go check that out. Yeah. And Mad One is the one that does the walk up song.
What's up, Mad One? Yeah. Shout out Mad One.
Shout out Mad One, dog.
What's up, my guy?
Yeah.
But really dope to see to see Rey Mysterio get inducted to the Hall of Fame. Man.
I mean, it was going to happen sooner than later. And I've been calling it for the last couple of months. I was like, bro, he's going to get inducted. We're on the West Coast.
It was about before to retire. More than months, dude. It was like after WrestleMania last year.
But I kept saying he's going to get inducted next year. We're going West Coast.
Yeah,
he's about to be 50, and his son is now coming into play with other stuff. So I was like, yeah, dog, for sure. But it was just crazy to experience that. And I remember watching Rey Mysterio in Tijuana with my dad, bro. When he was a little kid, he was like 13, 14 years old. You know, I watched, bro, I used to go to dedicated every single Friday. I would go with my dad to go see the luchas in Tijuana, and that's where my love. And I think that's like the connection to Pops. You know what I mean? So, yeah, bro. Good times.
Crazy, dude. So where can they follow you at, my guy?
Oh, my Instagram is at Cali Burrito.
You can catch me at Derek Goes and Mateo, not a doormat.
Sir, not a doormat.
Not a doormat. Hey, Mateo, say something, dog. What's up? You still single, bro?
Always and
always and forever.
Damn.
Come on, Mateo.
I gotta name some wrestlers though, because you guys got me thinking.
Let's go. Who do you got? Top three.
I grew up. Top three. I don't know. That's too hard. I got
I got
like a top five.
Like, bro.
All right, let's go top five. Let's go top five.
All right. I also have Undertaker and Rey Mysterio for sure. And then I grew up with like Brock Lesnar.
Brock's kind of a douche, bro. I've watched him wrestle a couple times.
The Rock.
I heard that he, as soon as he was done at WrestleMania, 6 minutes later he was on a plane out of there. He talks openly about it, how he dislikes his fans, bro. He doesn't like
I wonder why.
He doesn't like people talking to him about wrestling, and he doesn't like fans approaching him. He talks about that often. He lets it be known that he's like anti wrestler.
He's probably like an introvert, and he just cashes a check.
So there was a post out there, like they literally shot him taking a plane like 6 minutes later after he WrestleMania was done. Apparently.
He's balling. If he jumped on a plane 6 minutes later, that means man.
Well, WWE's got their own planes. At this point,
killing it, huh?
Bro, they just joined UFC.
Oh yeah,
but not
$20 million,
$9 billion, bro.
$20 billion.
Wait, UFC bought WWE?
UFC and WWE are connected now. They're one. So Vince McMahon is the board member, whatever. He oversees everything. He's a chairman.
That's a smart move.
$9 billion.
They're the two best promoting companies in the entertainment industry.
Dog, so top five.
Okay, so Mick Foley, he's forgot about a lot, but I feel like
I met Mick Foley this weekend.
Wow.
He started like all the crazy stunts, like all
I don't know if he started that.
Well, like the super one, like putting nails on the ring and stuff, and like jumping off the top of the cage and all that stuff.
Dog, when he jumped off that cage twice with Undertaker, dog, off the top rope or off the top of the fence. That's crazy.
Man, put my thing on the camera, man.
I think my favorite match of all time has to be.
Go ahead. No, you can just.
Favorite match of all time has to be when Undertaker and Triple H.
Oh hell
the sledgehammer, and they went through the crowd and everything. That was sick. I like.
Hell yeah, dog.
I got like the whole DVD.
So top five, you got
The Rock for sure, Ray, Undertaker,
Stone Cold.
Guess top four.
Top four. Who's the five, bro? You say you have top five easy.
I mean, probably Triple H.
Triple H?
Say, yeah.
All right.
Triple H. Let's go.
All right, where do they follow you at, Mateo?
Where they follow you at, Mateo?
Not a doormat, 619. You can follow me on there. I'll follow you back if you.
If you're what, bro?
If you're trying to network.
If you're trying to network.
Is that what you call it, huh?
All of a sudden, now he's networking. All of a sudden.
We should have let the camera there all the time, bro. It looks better on you now.
It does look better on me right there.
Thank you to our partners, Two Streams again. My name is Beto Perez. You can follow me on my Instagram at Cali Burrito.
And my name is Derek Santiago. You can catch me at Derek Goes on Instagram, man. And thank you guys for pulling up.
Yep.
Want to give a shout out to Two Streams, our partners, man. Check out Two Streams, man. So many things
shout out
popping
to
up.
the homies at Emo Brown too, man.
Oh, dude, Emo Brown's killing it, dog.
Yep.
Emo Brown is killing it, man. How did that the Toxicos? Were you able? Oh, you're out of town.
I was out of town, bro.
Man, so
that
was
super dope. Yeah.
Man, Concrete and Jay Valentino, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Hey, but shout out to everybody out there really doing their thing, man. We appreciate you. We see you, man, and we support you guys, man. Much love.
Yep.
So what's up, Beto? What's next time?
Till next time, man. We out of here.
All right,
peace. Hey, by the way, hold on. Before we get out of here, bro, don't be telling my mom any of this stuff, because my mom don't be knowing about technology, man. This conversation's still between us, man. Don't be a chismoso. And if I hear that you told my mom something, I'm blocking your ass too.
Hey, we be blocking out here, man. We're going to talk about that next time.
My blocking list is ridiculous,
Hey, blocking game is on point.
My block game, bro. I don't fuck around with that. And you got me cussing now, bro. Hey, we didn't even talk about that dude crashing my car.
We're going to have to save that for the next one.
Okay.
All
crashing my car. We'll remember that.
All right, guys. Peace.